Good evening, I am Zishan Akhtar, and here are the top stories making headlines today. US President Donald Trump announced a 25% tariff on Indian goods effective August 1st, citing India's ongoing purchases of oil and military equipment from Russia amid the Ukraine war. In a post on Truth Social, Trump referred to India as a friend but accused the country of imposing some of the world's highest tariffs and using obnoxious trade barriers. He also warned of an added penalty due to India's defense and energy dealings with Russia. Trump expressed concern over India's reliance on Russian military hardware and its status as one of the largest buyers of Russian energy. He linked these actions to the continuation of the conflict in Ukraine, arguing that such trade supports President Putin's war effort. This announcement follows earlier warnings by US Senator Lindsey Graham and NATO Chief Mark Rutte, who had criticized countries like India, China, and Brazil for purchasing Russian oil. Graham warned of a potential 100% tariff on those continuing trade with Russia, which Trump appears to have acted on partially. Trump also reiterated the US's massive trade deficit with India and said that the relationship must be rebalanced. The decision has sparked global attention given its potential impact on bilateral relations and trade. India and the United States celebrated a milestone in space collaboration on 30th July 2025 with the successful launch of the NASA-ISRO Synthetic Aperture Radar NISAR satellite. Launched aboard ISRO's GSLV F-16 rocket from Sriharikota, the mission marks the first joint satellite initiative between the two space agencies. The GSLV F-16 placed the NISAR satellite into a sun-synchronous polar orbit about 745 km above Earth after a flight of approximately 19 minutes. NISAR is a highly advanced Earth observation satellite equipped with dual-band synthetic aperture radar systems to capture detailed data regardless of weather or lighting conditions. It will provide day and night imagery every 12 days, facilitating a range of scientific applications. The satellite's primary goals include studying land surface changes such as earthquakes, volcanoes, and ice sheet movements, along with ecosystem monitoring and disaster assessment. Union Science and Technology Minister Jitendra Singh hailed the launch as a game changer for disaster management in India and globally, especially in monitoring floods, landslides, and cyclones with high precision. The launch represents a deepening of Indo-US cooperation in space and scientific research, reinforcing both nations' commitment to leveraging technology for climate resilience, disaster response, and earth science. A massive 8.8 magnitude earthquake struck Russia's Kamchatka Peninsula early Wednesday, triggering the eruption of the region's tallest and most active volcano, Klyuchevskoy. The quake, which Russian scientists say is the strongest in the area since 1952, had its epicenter 119 km southeast of Petropavlovsk and occurred at a shallow depth of 19.3 km. Tsunami warnings were briefly issued across the Pacific following the quake. Residents reported intense shaking that lasted over 3 minutes, causing panic and minor structural damage. Eyewitnesses described the tremor as terrifying, with walls and furniture violently shaking. Just hours later, the Klyuchevskoy volcano erupted, spewing glowing lava down its western slope. The Russian Academy of Sciences United Geophysical Service confirmed explosive volcano activity and a fiery glow visible for miles. Scientists noted that this sequence, an earthquake followed by a volcanic eruption, is not unusual in tectonically active regions like Kamchatka, located on the Pacific Ring of Fire. Emergency services remain on high alert, with evacuation orders in effect for nearby villages and airspace restriction in place due to volcanic ash. Authorities continue to monitor the region for aftershocks and further eruptions. The event has sparked global attention due to the intensity of both the quake and volcanic activity, highlighting the region's seismic vulnerability. That's all for today's news wrap. For more such news, please subscribe to The Hindu.